Hello everyone, Dr. Hassaan Tohid here once again with an interesting session, a very interesting session, and let's begin. Let me make sure that everyone is here with me. Okay, give me a second, and I am about to invite all of you over here, and let's begin. Okay, so we are all set, and I can see people are starting to join. And you guys can also ask any questions if you have, besides the besides what you will learn. Okay, and anyone who wants to excel, move forward in their careers, this session is going to be one of the most useful sessions. Okay, so just remember this. This is going to help you tremendously in your life and in your career. It doesn't matter what career, what specialty you belong to. This is valid for any student coming from any background, even a non-student who is just a. Actually, everyone is student, to be very honest. But let's say you are a graduate engineer or a doctor, you can still be benefited with this wisdom that we will learn today. So that's what we want to do today. And I'm waiting for all of you to join so that we are all set. Okay, anyone has any questions before we begin? Please do type and do say hi so I know you guys are here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for joining, and let's begin. And we are all set. Everyone is ready. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Guru. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Shikha. Thank you. Thank you, Satish. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Mahavesh. Thanks a lot. And guys, make sure uh, you have a notebook and pen with you ready, because this is going to be a very useful session, and I don't want you guys to miss this wisdom. And after this, you will be in a different situation. You will be on top of the world, because finding your specialty of choice will never be a problem for you. Will never be a problem for you. And let me still make sure that everyone is here. I'm just sharing, and be patient with me. Don't start throwing eggs and tomatoes on the screen, because first of all, I will not be able to get those eggs and tomatoes. You will just hit it on the screen. Okay, so who else is here? Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Majuka. Thank you, Roshni, Arjiwan. So there's a question related to research. Why do we combine general words with mesh strategy? Why can't we just use mesh? We will talk about this. You will notice, to be very honest, guys, the thing is that you will notice when you just choose mesh and you do just mesh strategy and you do regular keyword strategy, you will find that you actually find more papers when you do combine. That's it. That's the reason. That is the main philosophy behind it. We want to make sure that you don't miss anything. That's why. So that was a question related to research. Okay, now when I answered it, I usually try to refrain from the topic if it's not related to the lecture on that day, just to remain focused and keep everyone on their toes. But it's okay, you know, sometimes we can answer some questions. Okay. So now we are here and everyone is all set, and let's begin. And this is the other group. And guys, you can ask any questions. You are free to ask any questions, just like one person asked. Even if it's out of the topic, I will answer it. That's fine. Okay, and learn from it, take notes, and be a lifelong learner. Be a lifelong learner. Don't be like somebody who thinks he knows it all. People who think that they know everything, they don't move forward in their lives. Be humble, and be a person who is willing to learn from everyone. Because every person you meet in your life, knows something that you don't know. Every person I meet in my life knows something that I don't know. Some things I know that you don't know. Every person. So be willing to learn from everyone. If you have this attitude, if even a young kid can teach you something. Be a person who is willing to learn even from young kids. Young kids know more about technology than us. Young kids know more about iPads than we do. So be willing to learn from everyone. So now today we're talking about how to choose your career. Everyone is here. Let's begin and let's come to the point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How to choose your career. How to choose the field that you want to move forward in your life. Many people, I think this is one of the most challenging questions. People don't know, even after graduation, they don't know what needs to be done. What field do they choose? What are they born to do? And they keep asking other people what I'm passionate about, or what is my passion, what do I do, what should be my career. Remember, who is going to answer this question? Don't ask me this question, that what is my field. Only one person can answer this question. That's you and you and you. Only you can answer this question. And after today's session, you will be able to answer this question for your own self. If you are still confused, you're applying for residency match, you're still confused whether I go for internal medicine, whether I go for family medicine, what should I do? So this session will solve this problem. The first thing first is, what is this? What is this? A joker, right? A joker keeps laughing and makes everyone laugh all the time. If you are a joker, life is not going to give you the answer that what should be your specialty of choice. Life will not give you the answer of this serious question if you are non-serious. Nature has kept the answer of this wisdom, that what is my passion, what is my specialty, only for people who are serious. This answer is kept by nature for thousands of years for a serious person. How serious are you? Are you a non-serious person? Non-serious person does not always mean he's a joker. Non-serious person also means that he doesn't care. He cares about everything else but himself, or but his own self. Remember, somebody wisely said, I don't know who said that. I think I remember who said that. It's a statement by a very famous man. Now I remember. It's a famous man. I don't know how many of you know him. His name was Ali ibn Abi Talib. He was the caliph. He was the fourth caliph of the Islamic history, and he was also the son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad. Ali ibn Abi Talib, the caliph, Islamic caliph, one of the wisest men the world has ever seen. One of the wisest men the world has ever seen. In fact, his wisdom was this much that his words are written in a huge book. And people read that book, regardless of their religion, regardless of their beliefs or ideology. People read that and learn wisdom from his words. And you can find his book if anyone is interested. I would say it's a religious book. It's a book of wisdom. Okay. So this is the book name, and I'm waiting for the screen to get clear so that you guys can write down the name and you can find it. Actually, maybe you can download it for free. So his wisdom is available even today, and he mentioned something very, very wise, very, very wise. This is the name of the book, Nahjulballagha. This is the name of the book. This is an Arabic word. You can find English version of the book. So what he said was, we are born twice. Somebody sent me his quotation. I was thinking, who said that? But now I remember, yes, it was his quotation. You are born twice. You are born twice. Each one of us, Ali ibn Abi Talib, the caliph, he said, we are born twice. First, the day we physically come into this world. And second is the day we find out why. And another quotation I got from him was, the one who recognizes himself, the one who identifies himself has actually identified God. So he said, if you recognize who you are, if you recognize who you are, if you recognize who you are, if you know who you are, if you know who you are, you actually find God. Because you know the purpose that has been given to you by this nature. So if any one of you spiritually is struggling to find God, first find yourself, you will find yourself. And if you find yourself, you will find your God. Most of us don't even find our own selves. We don't know who we are. We don't know what exactly is hidden inside us. You need to do your self-mastery. You need to know who you are. If you recognize yourself, if you identify yourself, you will identify nature, you will identify God. Okay? And I firmly believe in this, I firmly believe in this because I have seen this in my life, and I have seen so many people who have discovered themselves, and they say that's so true. If you discover yourself, you discover so many other wonders of this world that you have never ever imagined. Some unseen divine laws of this universe help you in further attaining your targets, and more doors of knowledge open onto you if you just recognize who you are. So the goal is to be serious. Are you serious enough? You have to be serious about what you are, who you are, and to find the answer of this question. This is one of the toughest questions, and only a wise person who is serious, a serious person, and a wise person will be able to answer this question, that what is hidden inside me, and what should be my career, what should be my life, what should be my profession, what should be my purpose of life. Why am I here? We all have been given some responsibilities by nature. I have been given a responsibility. You all have been given a responsibility by nature. How do you find that responsibility? By being serious. I recognize my responsibility that nature has given to me. I recognized my talent, my passion, my skills. I recognize them by using the principles I'm telling you today. And that's why here I am. I know who I am. I am a person of psychology. I am a teacher. I am a counselor. I am a trainer. So I know this is what I am. I'm born to do this. And I know even without professional training of being a trainer, being a teacher, I am a natural teacher. This is what passion is all about. And I knew that nature wants me to serve humanity with this talent that I have been given. In the field of brain, I have to serve people. Everything, if you see, everything I do is related to human brain somehow. Whether it's life coaching, whether it's coaching of any field, whether it's counseling, whether it's neuroscience, my research, or my teaching. If you see, although I'm teaching research, but teaching is also kind of changing somebody's mind. So everything comes to changing mind. I work on changing mindset. This is what nature has made me. So I will, for the rest of my life, serve humanity with the task that has been given to me by nature. I want every one of you, each one of you, to use the task that nature has given to you. If you do that, you will enjoy this world. You will enjoy your life. You will start to love your life. To be very honest, you will start to love your life. And now, the first thing first, how do we know what should be our field? Point number one. And I can see the, okay, so now, how do we know what should be my field? First thing first is something you love the most. Something you love the most. What is something that you love more than anything else in this world? If you know something that you love the most, you have discovered or identified your passion. And you have identified and discovered your field. So this is what I'm talking about. You need to discover what is the field you love the most. So now, if you are a doctor, there are so many fields in medicine. What do you love the most? You learned anatomy, you learned biochemistry, you learned physiology. Then you learn general pathology, you learn systemic pathology. Then you learn microbiology, and you also learn forensic medicine, and you also learn pharmacology, and then you learn community medicine, and you learn ENT, and you learn ophthalmology, and then in your last year you learn medicine, and you learn surgery, you learned gynae and ops, you learn pediatrics, right? So you have these things to think about what you're passionate about, right? But actually, no. Further divide it. See, what else did you learn? In medicine, in surgery, there were different topics, there were different systems. In pathology, there were different systems. So you probably like or love something else. Not general medicine. Maybe you like neurology the most. Maybe you like psychiatry the most. Maybe you like or love, I'm talking about love actually. Maybe you love or like, maybe you love or like something related to just gynae and ops, or just in surgery you just like GI surgery. So it depends. Everyone can love and like something different. So how do you know what do you like and love? And why do we need to find this? What do we love? Remember, let me tell you something, guys. If you ask me to teach, and this is my passion and something that I love the most, like changing mindset. If you ask me to change people's mindset, stand on the stage and just talk, or stand in front of a screen and just talk, I can talk nonstop. I can talk nonstop 24 hours. If you just give me coffee, enough coffee that I don't get sleepy physically, I can teach nonstop 24 hours. After 20 hours, maybe I'll be sleepy and I will have to sleep. But if I drink coffee, I'll be fine. But I cannot get bored or tired of teaching. I cannot get bored or tired of my passion. This is why you need to find something you love the most, because you cannot get tired of loving something. Think about something you love the most. Can you get tired of loving something? No, you cannot get tired of loving something. If you love something related to sports, you will be watching it all day long and you cannot get tired, and your family is saying, for God's sake, could you please get off the screen? But you keep watching it because you love it. So the love, instead of making you tired, gives you more energy. So when I am standing and I'm teaching, it gives me more energy. In fact, if I'm doing something else, I'm working on some other tasks that need to be done. And if I start getting tired, let's say if I start getting tired, I will teach somebody. I will get on my feet. Either I come live and I do a session, I create some videos, I create some more videos for you, I create some course for you. It gives me more energy and I'm back on my energy again. So people who discover what they love, they will tell you, all the successful people, they will tell you one thing: we never worked a single day. We never worked a single day. Successful people who have identified what they love the most, who have discovered themselves, they will tell you they never had to work even a single day in their lives. And I can proudly say this: for past few years, since I quit my job and I came to full-time business life, what I'm doing right now, the speaking, coaching, CIBNP, and all of those things that I'm doing, I have not worked a single day in my life, because I don't get tired. I enjoy it so much. I love it so much. I cannot get tired. Now, let me tell you, I met some residents, some friends, some people I knew when they were doing their residencies at that time. So I saw this behavior that, oh, tomorrow early morning I have to go back again. Oh, I have to go back again to the hospital. This guy, and there are multiple guys who said that actually. But remember, these are the guys who were crazy about getting residency. They wanted internal medicine. Now, when they got residency, they got internal medicine. Now, what they are saying is, oh, I have to go back again tomorrow. Oh, we only have 4 days off a month. 4 days off a month. This is so sad. When I saw this behavior, I had already identified who I was at that time. So I was thinking at that time that they are not happy with their profession and they are waiting for the day off. You know, I'm so passionate about my life and my career that I cannot take a day off. I love it so much, I cannot take a day off. Even on a day off, on weekends, I'm still working and I love it. I cannot take a day off. I don't know how people can take days off and they feel good about themselves. You cannot get tired of loving something. This is not a mumbo jumbo philosophy. This is so true. This is reality. You can ask anyone who has identified his passion, and some of you probably already have. So you know what I'm talking about. If medicine or psychiatry or neurology is your passion, you would love to go to the hospital tomorrow. You will love to go to a hospital tomorrow. You cannot say, oh, I will have to go back again. For my counseling job that I used to do, and I love counseling, I still do it, I could not wait to wake up in the morning. At night, I was like, oh my God, still a few hours left, and I'll do what I love again tomorrow morning. I was almost always the first one at the job, last one to leave. Always the last one to leave, unless there is a family emergency or something. Was always the last one to leave, first one there, because I loved this profession. I loved it. And the same thing with this, what I'm doing right now. I have not worked a single day in my life. I don't know where the day goes. I stand here and I don't know where the day goes. When I start doing my work and I feel that the time is too short, the time doesn't pass. But people who are working and doing jobs that they don't love, you know what is their behavior? They wake up late and then they say, oh, I have to wake up. Oh, I can't wake up. And they wake up and then they get ready. And when they get ready, they go to their job. And now when they are at job and now they're thinking, when will be the lunch time? When will be the lunch time? Guys, my coworkers will testify. My coworkers will testify this from my jobs and here as well, that I never took a break for lunch. Even during the lunch hours, I was working. Why? Because I loved it. First of all, I used to forget eating, but if I was really, really hungry, let's say I'm really hungry, then I would bring what I want to eat, and at that time I would eat for about 5 minutes. 10 minutes is enough, but I never took a lunch break. Never took a lunch break. Sometimes I was eating and working at the same time as well. So I want you to find something that you love this much that you cannot get tired. Can you find something that you love the most? And how do you know that you love this thing that much? It gives you excitement. It gives you excitement when you think about it. When I think about human brain psychology, I see a psychology book, I see a neurology book, I see a book on brain, I see a book related to my field, success psychology, motivation, inspiration. It gives me goosebumps. I'm so happy. I just love it. And I say, wow, another book. I want to read it. Do you feel that about internal medicine? Do you feel that about surgery? Do you feel that about pediatrics, if that is your field? Do you feel that about neurology? Do you feel that about psychiatry? If you don't feel this much of love about a field, then you are just becoming a doctor to please your family, to impress your relatives, to just make a point to your neighbors and your relatives that, yes, I have become a doctor. You may impress them, but you will live a tough life because 9 to 5 job or the residency 80 hours a week will become very, very tough for you, will become very difficult for you. You will get tired after 8 hours. You will get tired and you will say, I just want to go home. I'm tired. But see, a person who's passionate, he doesn't want to go home. He says, is there any other patient? Is there anything else I can learn? Is there anything new that I can learn today? Every day is a new day, is an opportunity to learn something. And a person who is living his passion would say, is there anything else new that I can learn today? Wow, I'm becoming better every day. I'm better today than yesterday because now today I found that this is how this medication is given. And this is the dose. I did not know it. I did not know this yesterday. I did not know that glomerulonephritis patient can be treated this way as well. I did not know, even after USMLEs, I did not know this, that hyperthyroid patients can be treated this way, or we can handle this patient that way. If you are passionate for medicine, this will be your behavior. If you don't have this behavior, you're doing your observership just to get a letter of recommendation and just to impress residency directors, but you're not enjoying that observership, you have chosen a wrong field. You should be crazy about going to your observership, to be in your rotation. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Where is my phone? Okay, here's my phone. You know what passion is? What passion actually is? Look at my desktop. What is my desktop, guys? Human brain, neuroscience, neuropsychology, neuropsychiatry, every time, everywhere in my life. My room, my office, my computer, my cell phone, you will see human brain and psychology. Psychology, counseling, mental health, everywhere. Anyone who knows me, who has spent time with me, who knows me even for a day, knows that this person is a psychology person. He cannot stay away from it. He loves mind and mindset. If you love something, now there's a question, is that healthy? Absolutely. I'm a living example. Do you think I'm unhealthy? Do you think all of my achievements are unhealthy? We successful people who have achieved their goals and who have done something to show to the world, we think other people who are not achieving probably are not healthy. They don't know the purpose of their lives. They don't know why they are here. They don't know that they were not here to watch movies. They were, guys, you all are here for a limited time. We all will die. Some will die in their 40s. Some of us will die in our 50s. Some of us will die in our 60s, 70s, 60s. Lucky ones will live till their 90s. I went to a graveyard this Monday. I was really at a cemetery this Monday, and I was looking at the date of birth, the year of birth, and the date of death. And I found out I started to study this. Most of the people in the graveyard, they were between 52 and 69. That's it. Either they died at 52, such a young age. And only 3 graves I found. One was 88, other was 91, and somebody else was also in 80s. I don't remember exactly. But only 3 out of hundreds of graves were 88 and 91 and 80s. Out of hundreds of graves. So we may die here, You are probably already in your 30s. You have probably 20, 30 years left. Half of your life is done. Do you think you have time to waste? You have time to watch movies all the time, to have fun, to enjoy? No, you are sent to this universe, to this world by nature for a purpose. Nature wants you to serve people. Doesn't matter what religion you belong to or you don't believe in any religion. Remember, the purpose is to serve humanity with the passion you have been given. If you try to serve people without the passion, you will still fulfill the purpose, because purpose is to help humanity. But you will be able to do that of little quantity. Little quantity and little quality, because you did not love this thing. But if you identify what you love to do and you convert that into a service, you have to think how to convert that into a service. Like I did. I know how. I use my skills and my talent and my love for people. Same thing for Tony Robbins, for example. Same thing with any famous person who has done anything in his life. You go and see any famous doctor, any famous engineer, Albert Einstein. They identified their talent, what they love the most, and they served humanity. What Einstein gave to the world is unbelievable, because they knew we are about to die very soon, so we gotta give something to the world with something we love. So this is what I'm talking about. Can you find something that you keep doing it and you are not tired? Of course, you have to live a balanced life. I'll conduct a session on this. And I think I have a very balanced life. After studying how to live a balanced life, I made my life balanced. I have time for my friends. I have time for my family. I have time for exercise. I have time for fun activity as well. Yes, but I do know what my real purpose is. So yes, you live a balanced life. If you live a balanced life, then you are healthy. And you know where you are going. You know your purpose. So now, something you love the most, and what else should this thing do? It should give you energy rather than making you tired. Is your specialty of choice making you tired? When you think about it, does it make you tired? Somebody asked me to do something. What was it? Our team members, yeah, they asked me to, we are working on a website. They asked me to fill out the information in the about section and in the other sections, and they said only you can do it because it's your website. They told me, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to fill this out. I started to get tired just by listening to this command that they wanted me to do it. I said, I am just getting tired by listening to this, that I have to fill everything on the website. I said, no, please find a way. I don't have time. You ask me what needs to be done, what information, but please do it. I cannot do it. I am just getting tired by thinking of it. Similarly, cardiology. Anyone used to send me to cardiology ICU or ward, oh my God. I used to get tired. And I was looking for ways, when will I leave this place? Why was I there? Nephrology, cardiology, never, ever, never. But if you send me to a neurology ward, if you send me to a psychiatry ward, I cannot leave that place. I was not even willing to come back home. But I did not know that this is what nature wants me to do. Nature is giving you a hint that you are born to serve people with this. That's why doing different rotations is very important. You will identify what you want. Now think about it. What ward, what specialty ward were you most passionate about? And when you think about it, about your rotations from your third year of medicine to the last year during your clerkships, during your rotations, when you think about it, think about all the wards. Everyone, do one exercise right now. Think about each ward that you have been to. Let's count. Medicine, surgery, ENT, what else? Gynecology, pediatrics. Think about them. Which of those wards brings smile on your face? You have great memories. You have great memories with your friends, with the patients out there, with the environment out there. Please type, let me know. Go back to your past during your clinical rotation times. What brings happiness? Psychiatry ward, neurology ward, chest ward, cardiology, nephrology. Nephrology, no. What gives you happiness? Then cardiology is your field if it makes you happy. I just never liked it. So you already have the answer. Nature is already giving you the hints. Nature is already giving you the ideas that nature wants you to serve humanity with that field. Gynae and ops, if it made you happy and you have wonderful memories, you love that most when you think about your past, that means nature is giving you a hint. Internal medicine, nature is giving you a hint. OBGYN, oh, what a worst memories we had. We used to go there and the patients used to say, why the guys are here? Get out. These were our memories from gynae ops. So we never ever got a chance to actually see anything in gynae ops ward. We were kicked out by the patients, even by the nurses, even by the doctors. We were not treated respectfully because we were guys. I don't know if anyone of you has faced this situation, but I did, or we did. No. Surgery ward has some funny stories. I had some pretty funny stories. Okay, but still it's not the best one. Yeah, this happened to me in gynae ops, in gynecology ward. The patients did not want us. They hated us. They hated the guys. They said only girls allowed. And we said, how are we gonna learn? So we learn on a dummy. We learn everything on a dummy. So some people now you know nature is giving you a hint. What could be your specialty? You can relive that life, that funny life that you lived, the enjoyment, the fun you had with your colleagues, with your friends, the environment, because you had that positive vibes out there. That's why you were having fun. And even if those friends are not there with you anymore, you will still have fun because you have that positive vibes with that field. I had that vibes in psychiatry, in neurology, and one more, ortho. You know, if I were not a brain guy, I would have been an ortho guy. I would have been an ortho guy because I was very good at bones and the fractures and mainly the rheumatology. I was actually mainly good at rheumatology, to be precise. So you can have two passions. You can love two things. If you love two things, then that means you can apply for two specialties. Those can be your number one and number two options. But don't choose a specialty just to get residency because you're gonna get burned out. You're not going to be a good doctor if you choose something you don't love. Like I was speaking to a student, he got residency in pathology. Then he applied for residency next year again because he said, I don't like it anymore. I chose a wrong field. And he applied for internal medicine again. So I don't want this to happen with you. 80 hours a week is a lot. If you don't identify what you really love the most, you will get tired in just 2 or 3 hours. You will start to hate people out there. You'll start to hate your supervisor. You start to hate your coworkers. You will make your life miserable. But you know, when you love something, and even if people around there are miserable, you will still enjoy and love the most. My work, sometimes the colleagues were really pathetic, but I enjoyed working so much because there were nice people, wonderful people too, and there were some nasty people too. And it was fun to piss those nasty people, to piss those jealous and nasty people. Said, okay, so they're jealous. Oh, they're creating problems for us. Okay, let's see now. Let's let the game begin. And the game began, and I was the first one to be at the workplace, last one to leave. Most hardworking person. I said, let's see. You cannot beat me because I love it. You don't love it. You're working for money. I'm working for love. I'm not working for money. You cannot beat me. And how long you can work for money? You cannot work for money for the rest of your life. You should work for love, so that you keep on going on, so that you hate to retire. When people say it's time to retire, you say, no, I don't want to retire because I love it so much. Or maybe you change your mind in the end. You say, okay, now my body has given up, so yes, I can retire, but you will still want to read about the same field. Now, the fourth sign is the knowledge. You automatically know more about this field than others. You automatically know more about this field than others. You don't know how. So guys, you know why? Let me give you an example. I knew more about psychology, psychiatry, neurology than anyone I knew in my circle. Now, there is a question here. Let me come back to this, but let me answer this question. It is a very powerful question, one of the best questions for today. I was expecting somebody will ask this question. What is the specialty, or what are the specialties IMGs easily match into after internal medicine and family medicine? You know, there's a famous saying, of a prophet. Nature makes it easier for you. Nature makes it easier for you, whatever you are born to do. Whatever you are born to do, the nature will make it easier for you. Remember, I am changing your mindset a little bit here. Usual perception is internal medicine, family medicine are easy for IMGs. Guys, ask a person like me, is internal medicine easy for me? No, is the toughest residency I could have ever applied, or somebody who is like me, it's a hell for us. It's so difficult. Family medicine is so difficult for us. So it's not about IMGs. Of course, there are some specialties like neurosurgery, like dermatology, like plastic surgery, like ortho, anesthesiology. These are the fields, right? AMGs are preferred. IMGs, no matter what they do, they don't get a chance. So forget about these specialties. Okay? Those, I'm not talking about those specialties. But let me tell you something. There are still IMGs who have matched into dermatology, who have matched into ortho, who have matched into plastic surgery, who have matched into anesthesiology. So how did that happen? This happens because they were living the life of their passion. They could never get tired, and they kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And nature made it easier for them. Nature made it easier for them. So if you are an OBGYN person, internal medicine residency is tough for you. Internal medicine, to get into internal medicine will be tough. You will get negative vibes. You will not be able to perform well in the interviews. So that's why I'm asking you to first identify what exactly you are born to do. First, identify what you're born to do, what makes you happy, what gives you energy, and then you highly likely will get that residency. You will get that residency. There's no question about it, because you don't get tired. Your publications, you will have so many publications in that field. You will have so much of work experience in that field because you don't get tired. You will have your whole profile related to that field and you will not get tired. So yes, you will be matched. But let's talk about this. Let's say your field is dermatology, okay? You love dermatology and you're crazy about dermatology. And dermatology, in the country we have like 270 slots, right? 270 slots only AMGs take it, right? So let's say all 270 slots are taken by AMGs, and you are an IMG from India. Let's say you came from India, you were passionate about dermatology and you did not get dermatology. What do? This can also happen. So remember, nature is very smart. Nature has given us multiple passions. That's why nature has given us multiple passions. Because sometimes nature believes that something is not good for you. Probably it was not good for you in the long run. So nature did not give you this chance, but your second passion was IM. So you got into IM. And this happens all the time. But can you still get into dermatology? Yes, you can. I know IMGs who got into dermatology. I met an IMG. He had 64 publications, all in dermatology. He got matched into dermatology. He was from Egypt. I met with him 10 years ago. And this guy had 64 publications. So I asked him, how did you match in dermatology? Impossible. How did you get it? He said, 64 publications, 260 scores, enough of experience in dermatology. I got it. And home residency in dermatology. So he got it. Rare case, but it happens. So that's why nature is very smart. Nature has given you multiple passions. So you will notice that you are passionate about 2 or 3 things. Like for me, for a person like me, I was passionate for psychology, psychiatry, neurology. So I knew I can choose any of these fields. I knew I could choose any of those fields and I will excel like crazies in any of these fields. I'll become a legend. If you choose the specialty you love, you will become a legend. You have seen legends, right? The greatest dermatologist in the world, the greatest psychiatrist in the world, the greatest neurologist in the world, the greatest doctor in the world, Dr. Fauci, the greatest infectious disease doctor in the world. You know these people, right? Because they found their passion, they got into their passion. They cannot get tired, so they automatically work more than others. They automatically have more experience than others because they are not leaving the workplace. They are working every time, all the time, automatically, and even when they are at home, they are reading about it. They don't even know that they are doing it. That's why they become Dr. Fauci's. You know Dr. Fauci? That's why they become like those people. People say, how do we become legend in our field? Just discover your passion. 2 or 3, maybe list of 3 passions. Maybe you like pathology as well. Maybe pathology can be your passion. So knowledge, we were at the 4th point. You know automatically more than others in your field. Like I knew more than my peers in my field. I don't know how. You know how? Because automatically, if I used to see an article related to psychology or human brain, I was reading it in a newspaper. I go to a barber shop, I see a newspaper, I see an article related to neurology, human behavior, human mind, I was reading it. If I watch TV, I was watching movies like Sixth Sense, psychiatric movie, and what was that movie? Famous movie. Anthony Quinn's movie, forgot the name. So psychiatric movies, I'm just talking about in a sense to give you an example. That I was always watching movies related to human behavior, watching TV shows related to human behavior, related to human mind, human brain. I did not know that I am selected by nature to do this field. Later on, when I studied this thing that I'm teaching you, then I understood, okay, that's why I knew about it since my childhood. That's why I knew about it since my childhood, because I was passionate about it. And my antennas automatically used to go in that direction wherever somebody was talking about that subject. Same thing happens with you. You automatically know more than others. So now think about the grades. In which field did you get the best grades in your medical school? And in USMLEs, in which field you got most points? Okay, forget about USMLEs. I know it can be tricky because the question reading skill is more important sometimes. So think about your medical school, your vivas. What did you enjoy? Which viva did you enjoy the most? Which viva you were never afraid of? When you had vivas or the live OSCEs, which viva and the exam where you had to sit in front of a professor to answer questions you were never scared of? Everybody is scared before the exam, right? What exam never scared you? That you knew that you have the knowledge, you cannot fail this exam. What was that? Think about it. Think about it right now. Can you tell me? I'm waiting for you to type. Think about it right now. Go into your past. Think about your final examination and the theory examination and the viva examination. I don't know what was a system in your country, but most countries have the same system, almost equal in a sense that you have the written test and then they have the oral test. So tell me which exam never scared you. If you can identify the exam that never scared you, you know what field to choose because you already know more than others. Another never scared of test or exam related to that field. You know, when I had my board exams in addiction counseling, some of you know, right? I took it lately. So when I had this exam, I was really studying. And I knew I'll pass very easily. And my wife was like, You're not spending time studying. I said, I'll pass. I know more than others. She said, don't be over smart. You cannot be. I said, I'm telling you, I don't. Okay, because you are saying I'll read the book. So I read the book. I completed everything. I said, okay, I read the book. But I'm telling you, I didn't need to read the book. I'll pass the exam. And I passed it. There was no fear. So have you identified a field where you have no fear at all of the exam? Okay, so somebody asked a question, have you watched a movie, Lucy, in which the girl starts using 100% potential of her brain? Can this happen in reality? Everything is possible. We human beings have not used our brain. And I will watch this movie, I have not. I have watched Matilda movie in which the girl uses her brain. Think about the Viva you were never scared of. If you cannot, then think about any of these things. Then that could be of passion. And if there's something that qualifies all 5 of these, that is your sole purpose. You love the most, it gives you energy, it gives you happiness when you think about it. You have more knowledge than others automatically. Probably you have more knowledge than your professors about it. Can you imagine this? And you were never scared of this exam or Viva. If you have a combination of these 5 things, this is your passion, this should be your field. If you cannot identify any of these things, then what qualifies at least 4 things or 3 of these things? Number 6, add one more point. You're naturally, we will finish in 10 minutes, okay? You're naturally good at it. You're naturally good at it. I was naturally good at counseling, at teaching. Nobody taught me how to teach. Nobody ever. I never took a course on teaching. I don't have a certification in teaching. And you bring people who have certifications in teaching, and I will beat them every time if there's a competition in teaching. I'll beat them every time. So, Anju, if that is the case, that means your field is Gyneian ops. Nature has selected you to serve women for the rest of your life. And also the kids, the babies. So eventually the humanity, because you will be helping the families. Now, number 7, others recognize you. Others recognize you with this field automatically. If you ask anyone who knows me, they will tell you who I am. Oh, this guy's who I am right now. They know who I am. So if other people know you that, oh, he's a cardiology person, oh, the cardiology expert, oh, the surgery expert, oh, in our class, oh, what a student he was an expert in ENT. Other people will start to recognize you with that specialty. And remember, Gyneian ops, right? Anju, I'm addressing you now. Always make a list of 2-3 passions, because you never know, nature has a different plan for you. That's why nature gives you 2-3 passions. If you don't get it, what is the second passion these 7 points, I would say, what is the second thing that qualifies these 7 points, or at least 5 or 6 of these points. That's it. Very good. Now you know your specialty of choice. You will apply for OBGYN and family medicine and see the magic. You will enjoy the interviews. You will not be scared in the interviews. I don't know why nobody teaches these things to the IMGs. I don't know why. Guys, I spend my life on discovery, human discovery, how to discover yourself, how to identify yourself. And I'm giving you all of this wisdom today. I wish people taught these to IMGs. I wish somebody taught me this in first year of medical school. But unfortunately, many of the doctors and professors, they don't themselves know this. They just chose their professions just like everyone else did, to impress their family, to impress their neighbors, or just to make a living. They think we all have to work because we have to make a living. No, we choose a profession that we are passionate about because nature wants us to serve people in that passion, and the money will follow. Money will follow. You need to think about how to make money out of it, and you will find a way. If none of these things fit in the specialty that you're planning into, then this is definitely a wrong field. Think about it again. You are choosing it because of your parents. You're choosing it because of your grandparents. I saw a post by somebody. Today I am a doctor and I'm so proud to live my father's dream. Your father will die. He will die one day, and what if you survive and you live long, and you don't love it? Are you living your father's dream? Why are you not living your dream? Your father lived his dream, or he lived his father's dream. The tragedy is, this guy is living his father's dream, and his father was living his father's dream, and his father was living his father's dream. All of them were living somebody else's dream. To make other people happier, to please, to be a people pleaser. Eventually, they never got satisfaction. They never got fulfillment. They never got the eternal happiness. And they feel, I'm working and I'm getting tired every day. I want to go back home. If this person had chosen the field according to his passion, he would be enjoying his life. He would be happy. He would be healthy. He would be energetic. And he would be satisfied. The ultimate goal is to get the satisfaction, the fulfillment. Satisfaction and fulfillment comes by serving others with your passion. Satisfaction and fulfillment comes by serving others. So don't try to live the life of other people, somebody else's desires, somebody else's wish. Your parents may have a desire or wish for you, but you should choose the desire for yourself and tell them respectfully that I love you, but I respectfully request you to please let me pursue my life. Life is given only once. You will get tired and you will hate it. Let me remind you of a very famous movie. In the US, people watch it with subtitles because it's an Indian movie. It's a Bollywood movie. People watch it with subtitles, but it's a life-changing movie for everyone. The name of the movie is, I recommend all of you to watch the movie. Three Idiots. Watch this movie. Watch this movie so you understand why it is important to live the life of your passion. Why it is important? Because it becomes a game for you. You are like playing a video game all day long. You are just enjoying this so much. Like one of the characters, he used to say that the reason I don't fail, actually he said, the reason I'm always on the top in the exams Because I love machines. I love machines. You are doing it because you have to do it. I do it because I love it. I love machines. And that's why he was automatically, he knew more than anyone else without studying. He was getting more scores. He was on the top of the list. The dean thought he will fail because this guy always is playing around. He's always messing up things, and he's the trouble guy. But he knew more than everyone else because he was passionate about it. He was not scared of the exams. That's why he was scared. He was scoring really high, and he was naturally good at it. And others started to recognize him with that skill because he was experimenting at the same time during the university. He was doing those things that everyone else was not doing it. So do you have those kind of qualities that that character in the movie had? He was that kind of person that even he did not even get a degree. In the end, you will find out in the movie that he actually was studying with a fake name, and he did not get a degree, but he became a world-renowned scientist in the end. So in the end, what matters? Degree doesn't matter. What matters is the passion. Passion will give you the recognition in the world. So this movie is really important, educational movie, to identify your field. You need to see that the person who loves certain profession will become a legend in his field. It gives him more energy. He was so energetic. He was always doing some mischief. You're always energetic. You don't get tired. You're always happy. You have more knowledge than others. The tragedy is, guys, every student watches that movie, but yet they still follow their parents' dreams. They don't follow their own dreams. They still struggle with the exams, and they don't understand that the reason you are struggling with this field and this exam, the nature is giving you a hint to quit, leave it. Like in the movie, in one of his friends, he wanted to be a photographer. So he quits his engineering. Why? Because he knew, first of all, he may not be able to pass it. He hated it. But if he does pass it, he will not be a successful engineer. So he becomes a photographer. Now remember, parents think, I'm coming to medicine, how it is relevant to you. Parents think that, oh, if he does not become engineer or doctor or XYZ, he will not be able to make good living out of it. Unfortunately, the reality is when you run after your passion, money runs after you. You become a legend in that field, like Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay is a cook. Imagine he was, what would have his family said probably? Or other people who knew him would have said, oh, he's not gonna make money. He's a billionaire because of his cooking. He runs restaurants. He owns hotels. So many people who love psychiatry, they cannot pursue psychiatry because their parents are against it. They say, no, I want to see my son as a cardiologist so he can make millions. Oh, I want to see my son as a dermatologist. How dare you think about family medicine? How dare you think about psychiatry? Psychiatrists and family medicine physicians make lesser money. Guys, psychiatrists and family medicine people make less money if they want. Remember, if you become a psychiatrist but you were an internal medicine physician inside, you will not make enough money. If you were a family physician inside and you become a family physician, you will have an option whether to keep the salary that you have or keep increasing it as much as you like. There is no limit. There are different ways to increase your income. We'll talk about that, private practice, so many other things. So don't ever change your profession if it fits any of these or most of these. If it fits most of these, don't change your profession just because of money, because money will follow your passion. Some people say internal medicine. Don't choose internal medicine. Neurosurgery will make you rich. Neurosurgery will make a natural neurosurgeon rich. Remember my words. Neurosurgery will make a natural neurosurgeon rich, but psychiatry will make rich a psychiatrist who is a psychiatrist from inside. So don't run after money. Run after your love and passion. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you. Pleasure talking with you today. Anyone has any question, because I have like a couple of minutes and I have to leave. Anyone has any question? And I hope you guys enjoyed today's session and you learned something. And if you still have any question about it, I'll answer your questions. Just contact me on WhatsApp. Anyone has any question, just let me know, okay? Can I leave now? Okay, thank you guys. Pleasure talking with you. We'll see you again with another session very soon. Until then, goodbye. Thank you guys.